the advanced and correct way to diagnose a motherboard. So the efficient way to diagnose a motherboard is to understand it first. How? By identify all motherboard circuits. And I'm here to show you how. For this motherboard, for example, here this is a 3V 5V circuit. Here this is the RAM circuit. Why? Because always the RAM circuit is identified by the big inductor. So the RAM voltage we tested here in this inductor. For the processor, of course, this is the CPU circuit. Here we have two channels. As you know, for the processor, it needs more than one channel. Because this is an integrated chipset that contains the CPU and the PCH, this is over here the PCH circuit. Of course, we identify circuits by the big inductor. Here we have charge circuit, here we have the inductor and the battery connector. And of course, the other part of the charge circuit is near the power jack. Okay, so we have the power jack and the battery connector. So here all this part is for charge circuit. Do you see this white line here? All this part is for charge circuit. Let's see another motherboard. For this board, for example, here we have the power jack, here we have the two switches. Any problem, you have to check the two coils switches. Always for no power board, you have to begin by the charge circuit near the power connector. And these two coils and the two MOSFETs are usually the failure or the cause behind no power board. For the RAM, of course, always we locate the big inductor near to the RAM. This is the RAM circuit. Always check the RAM voltage here in this coil. These two coils are for 3V, 5V. Why? Easy, because here we have the Super I/O, and the Super I/O is the first IC responsible for the whole power of the motherboard. Once these two coils are near the Super I/O, means these two coils are for 3V and 5V. And we have the BIOS. The BIOS also, you will find it usually about 90% near the Super I/O. The proof, I'll give you the proof. Here also, Super I/O, BIOS. Super I/O, BIOS right under the Super I/O. If I go here we have the BIOS next behind the Super I/O. Same for this board. Super I/O right here. We have the BIOS, as you can see. So remember, the BIOS is usually near the Super I/O, and this is the rule we use to identify the BIOS chip. For this motherboard, for example, as you can see here, this is the charge circuit. We identify it using the battery connector and the input connector. So we have the charge IC, we have the two MOSFETs that you have always to check. Before we continue, a quick thank you to the sponsor of this video, Next PCB. Next PCB is a reliable multi-layer PCB manufacturer offering everything from PCB prototyping to full turnkey PCB assembly. They handle PCB fabrication, component sourcing, ASMD stencils, and even mass production, all in one place. Whether you are building a prototype or scaling to production, Next PCB makes the process simple and professional. Check them out using the link below. If any one of these failed, the board will stop working totally. We have over here the Super I/O, and once we have these two inductors next to Super I/O, means this is a 3V, 5V circuit. But where is the BIOS here? The BIOS is right here, next to the PCH. So sometimes you can find it next to Super I/O, sometimes next to PCH. Here is the BIOS. We have the RAM slot over here. The coil next to the RAM slot means this is RAM circuit. Here we have the CPU. We have two coils. This is for CPU and this one here for PCH. For this motherboard also, this is the RAM slot. The coil next to the RAM, you have to find 1.8 volt. Why? Because over here we have 1.8 volt. Basically this is DDR2. So you have to check 1.8 volt. Okay, so remember the fastest and the correct way to troubleshoot a motherboard is first to locate its circuit. We began with the charge circuit. Always we locate it near the battery connector and the power connector, as you can see. And we focus on two MOSFETs in the input and charge circuit, and sometimes the protection component. Here we have a diode. This diode, if it is shorted, the board will stop working 100%. After that, we locate the BIOS chip. Sometimes you can find two BIOSes. You will find it usually near the Super IO or the PCH. After that, of course, the RAM circuit, because the RAM circuit also is one of the most common faults in motherboards. So we locate the coil, the big inductor near the RAM slots. This is the charge, or this is the RAM circuit. Here we have the big coil. Here we have the RAM control IC. Here you can check how much. Here we have DDR3, means you have to find here 1.5 volts. And of course the 3 volt, 5 volt circuit, always you will find two coils next to each other. This is a 5 volt circuit and 3.3 volt circuit. So once you locate all circuits on the motherboard, it becomes very easy. You can just check the voltages for each circuit. Check 5 volts, 3.3 volt, the voltage for the RAM, the voltage for the CPU, for PCH, and check also 3.3 volt on the pin number 8 of the BIOS. If all is good, what you have to do is to reprogram the BIOS. And please don't forget also to check the power switch. The power switch also could be the cause of a dead board or no power board. The power switch, you have to find 3.3 volt in this side and 0 volt in the other side. If the 3.3 volt is missing, the board will not work. I hope you understand. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and for anyone who wants to accelerate learning, you can join my Patreon page. All links in the description. Of course, in my Patreon page, you will find many exclusive content. You can download schematics and much more. Thank you very much.